the button. Did I click the button? Yes, OBS just... There we go, it unfroze and it put us on the internet. Hello, internet.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
So, we're here for another thrilling night of Dungeons & Dragons. We're going to be picking up from where we left off last time, because that's what we always do. Yeah. So, where we last left the party, they learned of the dire threat that is now looming over their plane, that the once deities that had been worshipped by the denizens of Anda are on the way back and are not exactly good guys or girls. Good beings. They're looking to arrive and dismantle the experiment they began very, very long ago, with this knowledge in their grasp or whatever. I don't know. I'm not wording well tonight. It's a good night to not have words. The party then kind of came to their own conclusions, had a bit of an existential crisis in some cases, and decided it was time to go looking for the next temple to try and get some more answers, or perhaps figure out what their plan should be to stop this looming threat. And where we left off last time, I believe everybody was settling down for good sleeps.
Or
Yeah.
more or less.
Is there anything anybody would like to do before your characters actually bed down?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. So each of you
That
drift.
wasn't ominous at all.
So each of you kind of drift off. Some of you a bit worse than others. Missed you, hit your trance-like state. It's troubled still. And Ren, you slip into sleep by accident because, again, you don't remember how to sleep yet.
Yeah.
Just kind of happens.
But at some point during your dreams, you guys all... Well, you're all sleeping. And one by one, you find yourself waking up.
Oh, shit.
And each of you wake up kind of by yourself, and you find yourself in a dark, red, kind of tinged hallway. And you're all just kind of laying on your backs, and one by one you all sit up, and you can barely see each other next to one another. And when you put your hands into the ground to push yourself up, it's kind of damp and springy almost. And you guys all clamber to your feet. And again, it's dark. You can barely see each other, save for this reddish, dim light.
Alright, which one of you's fault is this?
Miss looks very distraught, actually.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like looking around, and can she tell if this shit is like a flesh wall? Is this a fucking flesh tube?
Flesh tube.
It's a flesh tube. Are we back in the flesh tube? The naughty adventurers back in the flesh tube.
Oh my god, Nino.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Ren is also thinking this, so she's also gonna make an investigation.
Oh, right, I don't have... Fuck.
Okay.
I'm good at rolling. 17.
Sound effects sound super fucking...
I know.
I can't place them.
What does Ren have to... Oh my god. What's that website that we built our character on that helped us all put our stats together?
D&D Beyond, but
Thank you.
yeah.
I didn't use that. I did it the old-fashioned way.
Also,
I mean, yeah, I just forgot to write it out and hang on. Hang on.
Are you muted on purpose? I guess, okay.
Okay, there we go. I was right. Okay, sorry. Had to make sure. 32.
Damn.
You reach out, both of you, and you touch the wall, and it's kind of slimy and slick. And you dig your fingers into a little bit, and there is some give. And when you pull your fingers back, there's a chunk of something. It peeled off the wall. It's a little too dark to actually figure out what precisely it is. But it's gooey and kind of heavy in your hand. And in the distance now you start to hear this quiet thumping noise, just boom, 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 boom.
Ren,
Uh,
Ren kind of looks back, sort of looks at everyone else, and starts
Yeah.
walking down the fucking tunnel.
Which direction?
She picks a direction and
Is
starts
there
going.
two directions?
Towards the noise, or?
Towards
Yeah,
towards
there's
the-
two directions.
She starts walking towards the noise because you.
Yeah,
Ren
Luffy,
just-
Luffy was having the same idea.
Okay.
Yeah, Bran just shrugs and is like, so once we're getting a nice night of sleep.
Nanny is
Follows-
just. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was it.
Oh, sorry. Nanny is just inwardly screaming, but considering how chill everyone's being, she's just gonna keep that to herself and follow Bran and Luffy.
Okay.
It's like, it's not even skill at this point, it's just complete and utter apathy. Like, oh.
This again.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, yeah, they've logged out of life.
Like,
It's how you cope with this.
nope.jpg.
Yeah. Saint is not with you guys, by the way.
That's alarming.
Oh,
Ren-
Luffy looks
Ren-
around and she turns around and she's like, Saint? Saint!
Silence. Nope. Nothing.
Miss stands and wipes her face off on her sleeve and kind of.
Wipes her face off on her sleeve.
Yeah, she was crying mess. Okay.
Good thing it's dark.
Right.
Okay, so you guys head down the hallway towards the thumping noise.
Ren's a little
And-
more alarmed now that Laffy has been like Saint is like now that she's pointed out the Saint is not here. That's alarming.
Yeah.
There's a little
Yeah.
more like alarm in
Mm.
her everything.
Okay.
She
Miss,
kind of gives Laffy a look like.
Miss
Luffy.
says with telepathy, like, should we get a light?
I mean, Ren attempts to cast light.
Make an Arcana roll.
Okay.
Just to be sure, we fell asleep inside the mansion, right?
Yeah?
I did. Nothing.
Must have had one hell of a nightmare, Luffy.
Okay, let's not go pointing fingers.
Okay. You have to concentrate a bit harder than normal, but the small ball of light springs up in your hands, and you toss it up over your head, and yeah, it's the darkness is pushed back, and the tunnel you're in is definitely just this reddish orange color, and it's dripping goo, and it doesn't smell great.
Flashball.
What is the goop in Ren's hand right now? 'Cause she didn't put it down.
It's the same like orange red handful of mess. You can't identify it.
Yeah,
You've
Miss.
been watching too much Stranger.
I'm just gonna say.
Nobody. Me.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't get to watch it until she comes down here next week, so.
Luffy sticks her finger in the goo. Luffy takes her finger and she smells it.
It smells like kind of like tart almost.
Why? Ew.
Luffy puts her finger in her mouth.
Oh my god!
It tastes kind of gross.
But what kind of... There's many flavors of gross.
Yeah. Trying to think how to describe it. It has that same kind of tart taste to it, and it's stringy actually in your
Oh!
mouth.
Ew.
Ugh.
And it's just kind of this tart, slimy, stringy goo.
Ooh! Luffy looks disgusted, which is a first.
It just gives her this look like, what did you expect when you put it in?
I thought that it was gonna taste like skin or blood. This doesn't... I don't like it.
Ren just kind of leans down and wipes her hand on the ground where it's slightly less slimy,
Is it less slimy on the
Like
ground?
slimy.
No.
Well,
It's
she
slime.
said goo down.
Yeah, it's not slimy to the point where like you'd slip and fall, but it's about the same kind of nasty as it is on the wall.
Okay, Ren prestidigitations her hand off.
Okay.
She needs to Arcana check that.
Eldritch Sight too.
Here's a real question.
Mm-hmm.
Since we were all asleep, do we have our equipment on us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Vaith in there?
Yes.
Okay. And yeah, Mista's gonna Eldritch Sight to see if she could like see anything.
Yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Aside from the flesh tube. Is that sound still getting louder? Like, it's something like...
As you guys are walking, yes. There's a boo, 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 boo.
Does it sound like something's coming towards them,
No,
or does it sound
sounds
like
like you're going.
heartbeat
It
or
sounds like you
something?
guys are going towards something. It's not. There's no rhythm
Okay.
to it necessarily, or there's no like heartbeat rhythm to it. And around now, you start to see this kind of the reddish light turn into a bit brighter. It's kind of orangish, and it's leading out into this larger room. And you hear the sound of things clacking around in the room.
Uh-huh. Ren's gonna like hug a wall and like attempt to stealth.
Okay. Roll
using the
stealth.
shadows. Alright.
Yeah, can Luffy stealth too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Rand's just marching in there.
Okay.
Okay.
14.
Nice.
Brand don't give a fuck.
Mista's looking around for anything weird on the walls, aside from the walls.
Okay.
being
Well,
weird.
you don't see anything really stick out. But as you step forward, Brian, you suddenly realize that you're stepping out onto like stone.
That's weird.
That is weird. Oh,
Oh no.
And you step out, and immediately you see just what looks like a ton of skeletons and a few what looks like maybe people. You're not sure at this distance. And they're just kind of milling about right now, and you can't tell what they're doing. They're moving, though.
oh god. Okay, Miss, like... She immediately has this look of dread, and she looks at her tentacle arm, and could she... If she focuses, could she hear that voice that was talking to her before?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh boy.
Meanwhile, Brent's gonna just walk right on in because I can move him again.
Oh, wait, yeah, I didn't give you guys people permissions. You're not people yet.
People permission!
I always forget to do that.
Except, ooh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with Bran. Like-
I guess I'm just. I don't know.
Oh, nope. I don't want to make Nenia Bran.
I can just always.
Oh no, I'm no longer.
Yeah, Nenia's now you. Hold on.
No,
I
I'm
have control.
Squidward.
Why can't I control Nenia?
Oh my god, stop.
Lydia steps forward into the room.
She's gonna prove herself today.
Now I have permissions for everyone except for
IRP Nydia now.
Oh, my computer's acting up. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Everyone have control of themselves?
Yeah.
Themselves?
So,
I still have Bran.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
I think it must have happened that one time when
That
I was
one.
up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Vathan.
Okay. So, Bran, you just striding on out?
Yep, Brand's just walking in.
Alright, I need you to make a perception check.
Brand is making a perception check.
So, did Mist hear anything?
Oh, No, actually, strangely enough, you heard nothing.
Okay.
Bran, as you look, there's a pattern to these skeletons' movements. They're not moving like... They're not wandering. They just look to be moving in place, and you're just like, what the hell are they doing?
They're dancing the Macarena.
At this point, Laffy, make a perception check.
Okay. 27.
Okay. It's about now that you hear the boom, 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 but you hear music.
Oh my god!
And you realize that the skeletons are, in fact, dancing.
Oh my
No! Fuck the fuck up! Are you kidding me?
Sudden Halloween one shot.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they're just kind of... They're not dancing well, but they're super dancing.
I can't.
Brand hasn't stopped.
Alright, they haven't noticed you yet.
He's like, they're not dancing, you guys. Not well, but they're going.
I mean, I've never seen a skeleton dance before, so...
Ren slaps herself.
It hurts.
Laffy has dropped out of stealth from pure shock.
Yeah, no, she doesn't care about stealth. She slaps herself again.
Oh my god, I know what the flesh tube was made out of now.
It hurts again, Ren.
It's pumpkin!
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Okay, well, alright, yeah, Mist is still looking for magic, particularly necromancy.
Okay. You look out and skeletons, like, factually they are necromantic, yes, but there's no,
Yeah.
like, source to it. And at this point, one of them turns around and, you know, skeletons don't have eyes, but you're pretty sure it's looking at you guys, but it's still kind of dancing. And it's just watching you. Laffy and Bran in particular.
Ren looks at Laffy like she would have answers to this.
Laffy looks at Ren like she doesn't have any answers to this. And then Laffy looks back at the skeleton and and then Laffy starts breakdancing gently.
Oh my god!
Alright, make an acrobatics, or, yeah, acrobatics or athletics, whichever one you want.
19.
Alright,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
you kinda, you lean down a little bit, and you start breakdancing really gently. Like you're making a peace treaty with the skeleton right now, and you feel a bond is being formed between you and the skeleton. And it starts walking towards you, and its legs are kind of like bowed, and it's taking these weird little steps like it's saunter dancing over to you.
Oh my god.
And yeah, it comes over to you, Laffy, and just kind of, with its grinning face, just dances across from you.
Laffy looks at the others like, I don't know what's going on, but she's still dancing.
Mist has the weirdest expression right now.
Yeah, too.
Bran is just like... He's deadpan, but not the usual, like just general apathy deadpan. This is more like the I'm just so tired deadpan.
Yeah, Ren, what are you doing?
She's not processing this very well.
Okay,
Yeah.
At this point, Laffy,
Like-
this... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, in the back of her mind, she's like, okay, this has to be an actual dreamscape. But in the forefront of her mind, she's like, what? That's it.
Okay, Laffy, the skeleton at this point, while still dancing, holds its bony hand out to you. Like it's, you know, it's just kind of holding it out to you while looking at you while still dancing.
Laffy takes the skeleton's hand. He's a skeleton man with a skeleton plan, and she trusts him.
Alright, you take his hand, or you take the skeleton's hand, and immediately they stop dancing and they start speaking. And they just say, "Oh, hello, stranger. Have you come to visit?"
Yeah, that's why we're here.
We should have gone down the other way.
Well, welcome to Jacques. It's a bit less lively here than normal, but that's just because Jacques is being a bit of a piss boy.
Why is he being a piss boy tonight in particular?
Oh, we don't know. He's been staying around where he shouldn't. We're letting on the sort of things we shouldn't.
Luffy turns to the others.
Yeah, Mist opens her mouth and closes it.
Where's the exit?
Exit? Oh, well, that's the problem. Jacques is only making entrances, not exits. We can't get out, but things can get in.
Mist, like, she opens her mouth and closes it again, and then she takes out the fucking, what is it called? The port stone, and she's staring at it.
Okay.
And she's looking at the skeleton. Like, Mist has an expression like she's just... She's done in a sort of way that just wants to be a contrary asshole right now.
Sounds like dinner.
He doesn't really miss much of a beat, though. Jacques goes, or, not Jacques. Jacques is the other thing. The skeleton has not named himself. Just goes, well, you see, we've been flying around spreading, and Mist, you just hear this unholy screeching noise come from him. But the rest of you guys hear the word Halloween.
Unholy screeching noise!
Why isn't Mist allowed to hear the word Halloween?
Yeah.
Why aren't we allowed to hear the true thing that this thing's speaking?
Yeah, Mist, like, she sort of tilts her head, and...
If Luffy repeats Halloween, does Mist hear unholy screeching?
No, Mist will hear Halloween when you say Halloween.
Oh, okay. Luffy's like, oh, Halloween! Yeah, that Halloween.
Mist looks at Luffy like, what? She's like, wait, that wasn't what it said.
What the hell is Halloween?
Did you... The unholy... I have a question. Was the unholy screeching in any particular language, or just
No, not
screeching?
one you speak, but it was very clearly a language that you understood, but you don't know what it was.
Okay, Mist is... She's like... Would she be able to replicate that?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Performance.
I mean, I can't, but...
Yeah, just make a performance check.
Alright, let's see if she can do it. This is gonna be a great time.
Oh my
Mist,
god.
you bark. You try to make a noise and just... That's all that comes out.
She's like, what the fuck was that? And then she tries... Can she convey it with telepathy?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Mist, you convey what you heard with telepathy. Everyone takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Oh
Oh
my god!
Did Luffy understand it?
Well,
No.
Here's the thing. She's just like... That wasn't what... What is Halloween, and what is... And then she says the thing.
Everyone, you immediately, you clutch your head, and it's just this momentary, really bad headache when Miss just screeches into your skull.
Oh my god, will you stop?
I hate this. I hate everything that's going on right now.
But that's what I just said!
No, he said Halloween!
I said Halloween, and Mist, once again, you hear the unholy screech.
That's the same thing I just...
Anyway, I heard the blonde one ask what Halloween is. Well, I'm surprised you don't know. Aren't you the planar traveler of the group?
Well, I haven't been to any planes that have Halloween then. We don't have
Oh.
holidays and sigil.
Well, then Jacques just simply hasn't visited. Halloween is when Jacques visits the plane and just brings remembrance of loved ones and dead ones, and also a bit of fun for the kids.
I was just thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking like jack-o'-lantern
I was thinking jack-o'-lantern too.
Oh.
or
But-
just pumpkin jack.
But Jacques he's not been leaving. He's been leaving himself connected to all the planes he visits, and while it's all good and fun for the kiddies, well, all the bad monsters are coming in, and we can't have those on board. Why, the skeletons that like to hurt people are coming on. Just dang nabbit, we're just here to make good times, but they're here chasing kids. It's the worst. The other day, a Bandersnatch came on board. Have you ever seen a Bandersnatch? No, because nobody has.
Ren lays down.
Okay.
In lieu of being unable to like wake up from this, she's gonna attempt to go back to sleep.
Yeah,
Look,
Miss looks
look.
at Ren and is like, I completely fucking understand you
I
right
just
now.
want to note that this whole time, Luffy has been vaguely dancing.
All
Yeah,
right,
no,
look,
no,
Mr.
the skeleton hasn't stopped either.
Mr. Skeleton, we're sorry. I get you want to socialize here, but we'd really just like to go home.
Oh my god.
Oh, well, if you would like to go home, then I suppose we'll have to convince Jacques to let you go home.
And that means getting rid of the monsters, doesn't it?
No, it just means going to visit Jacques himself.
Oh, okay.
You see,
Miss has been writing this down with a vaguely sort of not there expression.
you see, we're inside of Jacques, but he's got someone piloting him. And,
Right.
You need to go talk to him and find out what the problem is.
This is
anyone-
the first time in my life I've woken up inside of another person.
I don't. Is
Jacques not a person, no.
I mean, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that.
Okay, we're all 12.
Yeah.
No.
Whoa, that was just a chain of giggles. Cool.
Oh my god.
Okay. Yeah, skeleton, and a bunch of the other skeletons are still dancing. And they're just having a good old time. There's some in the unidentified stuff, just having a good time. They're kicking up goo. You see a few. Now that you're like actually kind of more aware of what you're looking at, you see individuals dressed up as vampires, like the slicked back hair, the stupid cloaks, and they're dancing too. But it's just skeletons and vampires just dancing around. And the skeleton looks back at them and looks at you again, Laffy, and it's a shame. We just want to spread joy, but we can't.
Listen, I see you, and I respect what you're doing, says Luffy as she does that thing where, like, you know, and, like, you bring your elbows together and you cross your hands, like,
Yeah,
she's
sure.
doing that. And she's like, but you need to convince my friends, because I'm already right there with you. I'm right there with
Well, there's nothing. I don't know how to convince them. They can't-
Guys,
They can't leave.
I mean, we could try, but we
Till
probably.
get us out of here.
Well,
Is still laying down.
in the goop.
all right. Yeah.
I mean, they're on the.
Yeah, you're on
Alright.
stone. It smells kind of tart still. It's hard kind of jagged rock. It hasn't been tended to. It's been broken in places. But yeah, you're laying there.
Miss looks at Nenia.
Nenia's been staring at Ren.
Ren
Being
is doing,
useful.
like her face is scrunched up, like she's concentrating really hard on trying to fall asleep.
Is she on her back?
No, she's like curled up on her side with like her arm as a pillow, and like she's like her face is just like her brows are knit and her mouth's like a frown.
Okay, Lafia is going to carefully do the Charleston up to Ren. And right as she gets right up behind Ren, she's just gonna kick her right in the butt.
Oh my
Oh my god.
Okay.
That's what she does. She just kicks her right in the butt. Do I need to roll for that?
No,
roll for a butt kick.
no. Ren is stationary, so no.
Ren just like rolls over and then sort of like adjusts herself so she rolls the other way, so she's now like eyes are open but still like the opposite, the mirrored position of what she was. She just sort of stares at Laffy in this way that's like, why are you doing this to me? Let me have this.
Ren says Laffy as she like shimmies down to eye level. Ren, we've gotta go. Okay? We've gotta go and we've gotta do the thing like we always do.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
god.
Alright.
Mist
Yeah.
also just starts cracking up hysterically. Like she's too fucked up for this right now.
Mist is broken as a person.
Yeah.
Nenia, like, absently pets Miss' shoulder, and she's just still
Alright,
stunned.
Laffy, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh, I'm not gonna be that.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, what
So Ren
happens?
has taken a fistful of the orange goop nearby. And she just smushes it right into Laffy's face.
Okay. Yeah.
Laffy's like, Ren, we gotta.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
then-
disgusting still.
Yeah.
Laffy like brings her hands up to wipe at her eyes. She's no longer dancing.
Yeah, Mist is covering his face and she sees Laffy and she like tries to help Laffy get the shit off her face, but she's still losing it a little bit.
Laffy's like, no. And then she goes and she like tries to wipe some pumpkin off her face and shove her hand into Ren's mouth.
Oh my god!
All right. Make a melee basic. Just make a basic melee attack for that one.
Okay, let me look and see what I need.
That'll just be your melee attack without your weapon mod.
Okay.
Yeah, she's proficient with fists.
Yeah, I get +6 to hit. Okay. Natural 20.
All right. Yeah. There's just a shitload of pumpkin goo in your mouth now, Ren.
Ren just sits there with it like with her mouth like open, and just lets it fall out of her mouth.
Oh my god!
By the way,
Stares
yeah,
at
it
Laffy.
is totally pumpkin. It's like slightly old pumpkin, but yeah, it's
Oh.
pumpkin.
Yeah, no, Ren just lets it just falls out of her mouth, and she gives Laffy like this like, why are you doing this to me? A remix, and then gets to her feet.
Laffy gives Ren a look that's like, we gotta do this, the sequel.
At this point, Bran has just had enough of this, and he's just walking.
Okay.
He's just going. He's like, whatever. I'm done with these people.
Ren, wait for me. And Ren starts walking.
Now
But you
we're
were having
getting
yourself
somewhere.
a nap.
I'm not
Okay.
having a
Still
nap.
just losing her shit over there.
Okay.
Nanny will tug on her sleeve to follow.
Okay. And the skeleton just calls, "Yes, say hi to Jacques for me, and be careful out there. He's all messed up on the inside. Who knows where you'll end up?"
I mean, that's just kind of our life. Let's keep going.
What,
Miss-
being messed up on the inside?
Well, you're not wrong, but
What are these?
They're just
They're
tables.
tables?
Yeah.
Okay, they're like a little candle in the middle.
Yep.
Okay.
And those are like other like the square things or tables that have like various might have once been food.
Oh god.
Okay.
and it's all pumpkin flavor.
It's now a science experiment. Gotcha.
It's just all pumpkin spice
Yeah,
flavor.
Mist still holding the
Delicious.
port stone, and she's like, you know, I could try to use this. We'd end up in Sigil though.
Brand turns around and he's just like, "Do you really think it'll work?"
I don't know. I don't know anything anymore.
Miss, I
Call
think
it a
what
gut feeling, but I don't think it'll work.
Let's save it for like if we can't solve whatever this is.
I think we could all use something stupid to take our mind off
I-
of how much life sucks.
I think someone put something into our dinner last night.
Ren looks at Loppy accusingly.
Buffy's like, do I look like I need drugs?
What if it was polka dot?
You know, that's very
Walking.
possible.
Please keep walking. We're done.
No,
Let's go.
but what if polka dot is doing this? Polka dot has been living in the mansion.
Polka
As a
dot has hooves.
It's a goat. It could have taken over.
Fucking cracks.
Okay, so you walk for a bit, and the dancing skeleton noise fades away, and you enter that like gooey hallway again. And with the knowledge of what it is, it's a lot less threatening and a lot more stupid. And as you approach, you head outside, or you just keep heading, and you see sunlight ahead of you. And suddenly you find yourself standing in the middle of a hamlet that is clearly in the process of like it's clearly in the process of like celebrating Halloween. There are scarecrows up. There's a few jack-o'-lanterns spread around, but you don't see any people. The place seems relatively abandoned.
Ren's gonna see has she ever heard of Halloween? It's a history check, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
has Luffy
yeah.
ever heard of Jack?
Ren, you've never heard of Halloween.
Ren has no fucking idea.
What do I roll to see if she's heard of Jack?
History.
Yeah.
History.
Can Mist do a check on Halloween and intelligible screeching noise?
Yeah. Do history with advantage.
Oh boy. Like I need advantage on this. Hold on, let me see.
Nadia's gonna see.
35.
What's Nenny gonna do?
Recall if she's ever heard of Halloween too.
Okay. Nenny, you've never heard of Halloween. And Mist, you kind of think back and you go, I don't know Halloween. But
I
you
know unintelligible screaming
Yeah,
noise.
you do. You recall. You don't know if you've read it or heard it. You don't know, but you do definitely recall something about this horrible screeching noise. And you recall that it is a festival, or it is a holiday that is celebrated when the Great Pumpkin Jacques O'Donovan sails through the sky of the plane and brings the celebratory skeletons around for a few days. And it's to commemorate the passing of the dead, and turn it into something a bit happier for the people of that plane. And typically, he comes and goes within a few days.
Oh, okay, well, Miss just kind of giggles to herself, and she's like, I actually remember something about that screeching sound that you all hate. and she basically relays this. So it is a thing, I guess.
We gotta find Jacques O'Donovan.
And at this point, you hear a scream, followed by cheering noises.
Luffy runs towards it.
Okay.
Just immediately.
All right, you start running towards it, and it doesn't take you very long to see a group of like furry, large people standing around something, cheering.
I'm sorry, did you say furry?
Large furry people, yes. Not furries.
Are you sure?
Yes. Ish.
Ren catches up to Luffy and she's here for it.
Luffy's like, oh my god.
And you see that they're cheering, and then suddenly you see a person break free of the group and start sprinting away. And
Luffy chases after them.
well, shortly after, you see one of the tall, furry people give chase to the person. And as you get closer, it's definitely a werewolf chasing a person. And the werewolf, jaws wide, a laugh under its breath, and the person is running terrified.
Oh gosh. Okay. What do I have to do to jump on the werewolf's back?
Athletics check.
Athletics?
Yeah, because you're running and you have to catch up.
Oh no.
Ren's gonna go in and try to trip it. What, like, do like a
18.
dive while Luffy's jumping on its back.
Oh my
Make it
god.
easier
Okay.
for her.
Okay, Ren, make a basic melee attack then.
Okay.
And Luffy, you get advantage now if you want to try and roll that again.
I got an 18. What more do I need?
You get a nat 20. Okay. No, you just got advantage. Okay, Ren, you dive forward right in front of the werewolf, and you get a kick to the stomach for your good deed.
Okay.
But the werewolf howls and falls over it, and Luffy, you leap up like this awful little gremlin you are, and you chitter, just, and then you land on its back, and the werewolf falls to the ground with a large, and just, oh, what the?
Hey,
Is it
hi.
on Ren now? Ren is like in front of it.
Yeah, not, it's like its leg is on top of you.
We're
Okay,
a dog pile. Luffy
Oh, God damn
looks
it.
at the werewolf. Hey. Luffy looks at the werewolf and she's like, hey, buddy. And she's like leaned over so that her hair is like curtaining down and she can see his eyes.
He's just glaring. What?
What's all this about?
What's what about?
The chasing people thing.
Make a persuasion check for that one.
Oh my god.
16.
Nice. Okay. Looks like he's about to shove you off, and then we're training
For what?
to go terrorize people. We can get on to Jacques, and we can ride away and go terrorize all the people we want.
Luffy slaps him.
Oh my god.
You guys are making me make another basic melee attack.
Man, you guys are violent today.
Yeah, but like
Trigger
non-lethally. Okay, yeah, you slap him, just whoo, and then he shoves you off and pushes
Luffy's like,
himself
no,
up.
Bad.
And as he stands up, he's like a good 7 feet tall.
Luffy does not look intimidated.
Yeah, he's looking down at you, and then he looks at you, Ren, and glares, and
I mean, Ren's not really scared.
yeah, he just
She's
huffs.
like, don't look at her like that. She's into that.
Oh my god.
For a moment, you see a hint of fear.
Ren gets up and dusts herself off and says absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Mist has
wow,
gotten
okay.
there by now. She didn't run. She just kind of walked.
Yeah, you guys have all caught up to this.
And she's just like, so you'll train. This is celebration, right? You're training to celebrate and freak people out because it's fun. Yes, or are you going to eat them?
Oh, we're here to eat him.
Luffy slaps him again.
What are you trying to slap here?
I don't know, it's just some indiscriminate
He's a werewolf, right? Slap
Yeah.
him on the nose.
He's like 7 feet tall, and she's like 4'10".
She
Slap him
can't reach that high, so she's gonna
Slap him on the dick.
No, not on his
I mean,
wolf dick.
he's wearing pants.
Oh.
You slap him like right above the rump, like you do when dogs are naughty.
Okay, make another. You try to slip around him to slap him on the rump, but you slip in a mud pat and fall over, and you just land on your ass, and you pick yourself up and kind of dust yourself off, but you've got mud all over your ass now.
Oh, no, she doesn't just get up. She
Okay.
turns around.
Okay.
That way she's like, she's got like a mud skirt now. And then she's...
Okay, sure. He just huffs and... my training prey got away. Thanks for nothing. And he turns to run away from you guys back to the group.
Bye, you're welcome.
And you see that they've got several more people that they're holding on to and kind of jeering and cheering on as other werewolves line up behind those people. What are you guys gonna do?
Yeah.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I could fuck with werewolves all day, so like, maybe
Hi.
someone else should pick the direction.
Ren says absolutely
Where? She's just Nettie is, oh my god, a wolf person. What?
I mean, are any of them familiar?
No.
Alright. Not in the sense that they would be Julian, but in the sense that they would be on, like, the plane that they met werewolves
Yeah,
at.
no.
Okay.
And at this point you hear a yelp, and another person just breaks away and starts running as fast as they can. And about 20 seconds later, a werewolf breaks away from the group and starts chasing the person. And they're making a point to not, or the person's coming towards you, but the werewolf is like trying to turn around to his side to shepherd him away from you guys.
Uh-huh.
And begins to succeed.
Yeah.
Alright. Great, okay. Ren's...
Mist is like, so are they actually gonna eat the people? Why is it always such a question with werewolves? Like,
So they're just chasing them for fun, because I could let them get away with that, but are they actually going to eat the
Isn't
people?
the
And Ren
training
kind of calls out. Ren kind of calls out to the person and is like, "Are they really gonna eat you?"
Help!
All right, well that's fair.
Come on, let's just go beat up some goddamn dog.
Okay, so are you chasing the werewolf chasing a person right now?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
Mist is like, you want me to get the person? I can get the person.
All right, you get the person, we'll get the dog person.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Mist. Yeah, she's gonna fucking dimension door. Grab
Okay.
the person.
All right, Mist, you dimension door over to the person. Before they can even let out a yelp, you snatch them and then dimension door back away.
Yep.
And the rest of you guys catch up with this werewolf, and once again, this time with a third person, If Bren, you're gonna help them try and take down this werewolf.
Yeah.
All right.
Brand's had it.
All right. How's this teamwork gonna happen?
Brand's just gonna walk up and kick him in the fucking nut.
Well, he's running. He hasn't stopped yet.
Well,
He's
gonna collide with Brand's boot then.
Okay.
Oh my god!
What are you and...
Ren will herd him towards Bran's boot.
Okay, Laffy, what are you
That'll
doing?
be the plan.
Buffy's just gonna wait.
Okay, Laffy, you watch, and just with effortless teamwork, Ren, make an athletics check, not acrobatics.
Alright. Okay. Hell yeah, I got +6 to that shit because of pirate.
I can't believe you're doing this, Max.
Okay, Bran, what's your AC?
Brand's AC is 22.
Okay, Ren, you get along the werewolf side, and he turns to look at you, snaps his jaws out at you, and then collides with Bran's boot. And Bran, there's this, you jolt back, but you stand firm, and the werewolf just and falls over, clutching his groin.
Oh my god!
Brand is then going to
Wow.
proceed to just sit down onto the lump of werewolf on the ground.
Okay. The werewolf doesn't say anything, but just whimpers loudly for a minute or two.
Yeah. Mist has
And
this person.
Ren turns around and starts walking towards the group where it's like there are 2 people left.
Yeah, Luffy's gonna go follow.
Okay.
Yeah. The person that Mist has, like, she's like, you have anywhere to go that's away from this.
I've got a home. It's... Oh, thank you so much. It was terrifying. They took me from my home and said that I needed to help them train for some sort of sick hunt.
Yeah, yeah. They apparently eat people. Anyway,
Oh my god.
Which way's your home?
The person points off in a direction like east. About half a mile that way.
Alright, is that all the rest of the people that they took from your same village area?
I don't know who those people are.
Oh, alright. You think you'd be okay if I let you go, or do you want to wait until we get everybody?
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Alright. Goodbye. Good luck.
Bye. Thanks.
Bran, meanwhile, while this is going on, Bran has decided to procure some rope from his bag, and he is hog tying the werewolf.
Okay, the werewolf cannot resist this.
Oh my god.
So the werewolf is hog tied.
Yeah.
And Bran's just gonna leave him.
Okay.
Catch up with the other.
Okay.
Yeah, Mist goes once the person seems like they're on their way and none of the other werewolves are staring at them.
And then you follows Mist.
Okay. And the other werewolves now look up at you guys as you approach, and one of them snarls, and a big brown one just, "What do you want?"
Ren looks at all of them. She's like, shut up. She's not in that way. Okay, and then she looks at the humans and she's like, I'm pretty sure if you want some actual training, and she gestures to the group, you have 5 particularly excellent specimens at running away.
Luffy just starts laughing. She's like, yes! And she takes out her whip and she fucking cracks it.
Nania gawks and is like slowly shaking her head like, no. What?
That's
That's
so.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to run away.
I
I'm going
mean,
Oh, we don't need to chase all of you. How
I bet
about
you
just...
wouldn't catch me. Mr. Grant.
I mean, you try
you
to
don't
chase
got
me.
enough meat.
You try to chase me, and I'm just going to hurt you badly.
Well, that's not
Ren-
gonna go well for anyone then.
Ren nudges Bran and she's just like, come on, just play along for a little bit. Just a bit.
Bran just gives her this look like, why?
Skin it. And
Brand's tired. He doesn't want to do
Brand's still fucking exhausted from the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is not here for this shit.
Okay, ignore him. He's not playing.
You think this is a game?
Yeah.
Well, it's not. We're gonna take advantage of this and go visit all the other planes. Terrorize some people.
There's a
You've
lot worse
never
than-
been to other.
Yeah, there's a lot worse than you out there.
Are you just doing the terrorizing, or are you, killing / eating them?
Oh, we're eating people.
Brand just exhales and draws his rapier. All right, let's just put them down and be done with this, shall we?
When you draw your rapier, about 12 others lumber around, and these are like 9 feet tall. And they're
Brand
very
doesn't look-
large.
Brand does not look like he has any problem with this.
Yeah, Miss says with telepathy. So, are we beating them all up? Is that what we're doing?
Ren,
But
like,
if you're
opens her mouth
offering to
and
give us,
closes.
if you're offering to give us something to chase, well, we could use something to chase right now.
Chase the point of my rapier.
Doesn't seem very fun.
Ren
So
is like
wait.
making all sorts of noises at Bran, like.
Okay. Alright. Okay, alright. What you're saying is you want to be chasing things. You do not. You are. Okay. You are not understanding that the things that you are going to be trying to chase will be fighting back. So it's like what happens on the other planes. You're not prepared.
I mean, if you're
Well.
going to try to eat people, they're not going to want you to.
Truth be told, we've never really known what to do with something when we've caught it.
I thought you eat it.
We want to.
But you've
what?
never actually eaten it before.
No.
Did it always get away?
No.
We
don't-
Insight check!
Okay.
Are they lying? What do I have
Yeah,
to roll?
Miss,
Insight.
Miss doesn't believe it! It's
You're-
like, they're...
Ren is also gonna insight.
Okay.
Alright, here we fucking go. 12!
6.
Oh my
You guys
God!
are all way too rattled by how stupid this has been.
Yeah! Fair!
I'm just... Listen, are you letting us chase you or not? Or do you want to fight?
Sure, Rin looks like she wants to be chased, don't you, Rin?
Yeah, alright. Ren pops her knuckles, kind of starts stretching.
Bran goes and finds like a nice shady spot nearby and just sits down.
Okay.
Alright. If Ren's gonna get chased, then I guess I'll get chased. But if any of you sink your teeth into me, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, Miss is
Just
like,
let me
"I
know
also-"
if I need to zap them, or banish them, or fry them, whatever.
Okay. So, Ren and Laffy, two of the werewolves step up and start stretching, and
Luffy casts Long Strider on both her and Ren.
okay.
Cheating, but okay. Ren
Okay.
accepts.
One of the werewolves is tall and kind of wiry looking, while the other one is a bit more stout and just beefy. And they both look at you guys and, you ready to go?
Yeah. So, yeah. Around the time, she looked like she was gonna ask what would happen if they got caught, but you know what? She doesn't want to know the answer to that, so she's moving along.
Alright, well, you've got a bit of a head start, says the smaller one. Go!
Luffy looks at Ren, she's like, this is exactly like one of your wet dreams, and then she starts running.
Ren, stares for a second, and then starts running in the opposite direction, like, oh god.
Okay. Yeah.
Mist floats up in the air to see what's happening.
Okay, so
further.
since you guys are going in two separate directions, we're gonna look at two separate people. For now, Ren, the short, squat one, is running after you. And you've gotten about a 10-second head start, and you're going and going, and the werewolf is coming up behind you. Make an acrobatics check.
Does she get any sort of advantage because of long stride or
No, she just gets to move a bit faster.
no?
You're coming up to like a small ravine.
Ren's gonna. How small? It's small.
I mean, it's like you have to jump over it.
Okay, yeah. She'll jump it. She's actually trained in acrobatics, so that's plus 10.
Okay.
21.
Okay. Yeah. You hit the edge of the ravine, jump across, and land in a tumble, and then keep running. And you see that the werewolf doesn't stop for a moment. Just leaps over in one go and continues chasing you.
Alright, what does the terrain look like ahead of her?
Make a perception check.
Okay. No, she's trained in that now!
Yeah.
Oh my god, she has bonus instead of a 10.
Wrong.
I just want to give you a minute to bask in that.
I mean, otherwise it would have been a 4. So
Yeah,
Okay,
if it's
so
that way.
you're going and all you can see is you're heading towards some woods.
Alright, yeah, she's okay with that.
All right, so you continue running, and Laffy, we're going to go over to you. You are running across basically an open field, and this tall, wiry werewolf is chasing after you, bounding, and make a perception check for me.
Okay. 16.
You see there's a pothole coming up in front of you, and to your right is more open field, and behind the pothole is forest. Which direction are you going to take?
Gonna go over the pothole.
Okay, make an acrobatics.
25.
All right, you do a little jump and you make it over, and the werewolf tries and jumps kind of half-assedly, and his foot catches the edge of the pothole, and he almost stumbles and falls, but he catches himself right beforehand and keeps going. He's gaining on you.
Laffy is laughing. She is whooping. She is cracking her whip.
Okay, he is gaining on you though, and you're heading towards the woods. You wind up hitting the edges of the trees, and you pass through, and you look over to your left, and you see that Ren is about 500 feet away, running too, and the werewolf is also catching up to Ren. What are you guys doing?
Ren's gonna do some fancy like weaving in the trees.
All right, athletics.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you weave around some trees, and the werewolf behind you slows down a little bit because he's not used to making these sharp turns like you. And you hear him snarl in frustration, but he's still not too far behind. Laffy.
Sorry, go ahead.
Laffy is gonna try to rope whip herself up into some branches.
Okay. Give me a second. I need to look at something.
Indiana Jones and that shit.
Yeah.
Bye, motherfucker!
Yeah, that's another acrobatics then.
Okay. Natural 20!
Okay, yeah, you lash out with your whip, and with this whoosh noise, it loops around the edge of a branch, and you swing yourself forward. And are you like climbing up into the tree, or just using the momentum to like Spider-Man your way forward?
Oh, she's gonna fucking Spider-Man her way. She rolled the natural 20.
Okay, you Spider-Man your way forward, and you manage to do it like 3 times, and it's really cool. Ren. You see
So what
Laffy
kind
do
of
this, like, off to the side, and you see that she's leaving her werewolf behind a bit.
like
It's a challenge now.
Ren doesn't have anything cool like that. Jesus. Like she can't compete with that shit.
Hey, she can do some parkour.
And is there like any rocky terrain in the forest?
Yeah, there's like some logs that are falling over and some rocks that are jagged out of the ground. It's
All right,
kind of
yeah,
your
Ren's
typical
gonna,
forest.
All right,
Forest.
Ren's gonna try to do some hardcore forest
Okay,
parkour.
do an acrobatics check then.
All right.
All right, yeah, you run up to one of the logs and you quickly run along it, and you feel that it is soggy and wet, but you manage to do your best with it, and you leap up, and you kick off of one tree, because the woods are getting more and more dense. You kick
Oh,
off
yeah.
of one tree, and then hike yourself up the branch of another, and now you are in the trees.
All right, Ren's gonna like do some flippy shit.
Okay,
Get herself a couple of like
okay.
yards.
Yeah, you kind of like monkey your way across a few branches, just leaping from tree to tree before jumping back to the ground and never missing a beat. And you've begun to leave your werewolf behind. Laffy,
Yeah.
what are you doing? The werewolf is still behind you, but starting to lag a bit.
Luffy is going to turn around and she's gonna cheat and she's gonna cast plant growth
Okay.
to slow him down.
Okay, you do that. How are you going to slow him down with these plants?
Like bramble, just thick bramble is gonna start growing in his path to like catch on him as he tries to run.
Okay. Yeah, the brambles come up and wrap around his ankles in a few places, and he yelps, just, "Arr!" And it slows him down considerably, and you're starting to really leave him behind. Ren.
Okay. What is in front of Ren?
More forest. Why do I keep saying that? Forest.
What like is there brush? Like is there like an area with more brush, an area with more trees? Like how thick is like the under tree area going on?
It's not too thick yet, but it is absolutely getting significantly thicker.
All right, Ren's gonna keep going. She's heading for like the thickest part she can see,
Okay.
like where it's getting like dark and shit, and she's gonna cast dark vision on herself.
Okay. As you're going, yeah, you pop dark vision on yourself, and it gets harder for the werewolf to follow. But he's still keeping. He's not losing much ground.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, Laffy, we're back to you.
How far away is the werewolf?
A good distance at this point.
Luffy's just gonna keep bugging it.
Okay. Well, you keep running, and eventually you wind up leaving your werewolf behind. You lose sight of him, he loses sight of you. You hear a dejected and sad howl in the distance. Ren.
All right, Ren keeps going into like the darkness, and then she's gonna stealth.
Okay, roll stealth.
She's gonna duck around a tree and like hide her shit.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, you run forward and you dive into the brush and then sidle up behind a tree, and it takes about 5-6 seconds before you hear the werewolf pull up and just stop breathing heavily and sniffing. Where did she go? And then just kind of chooses a direction and runs off away from you. You've lost your werewolf too. What are you guys doing now?
You did it.
Ren's gonna try to follow him, but quietly.
Okay.
Oh.
He starts running in some spots, but is slowing to a jog and looking around, and starts like looking around in circles, and it dawns on you that he's probably lost.
That's okay, Ren's lost too. Unless you can remember. Hang on.
Lost in the woods with the werewolf man. Ooh.
Oh my god.
Anything can happen in the woods.
Yeah, no, you're lost.
Alright. Ren, like, comes out behind him, and she's like, maybe you should put your sniffer to use to find us the way back, because, yeah, I'm about as lost as you are.
Well, can't stop you from following. Fine. He's a very pouty werewolf all of a sudden.
It's not like I liked you or anything. God.
Baka.
And Laffy, are you just heading back?
Yeah, well, he's just casually walking back.
Okay. Laffy, as you're walking back, you see the stout werewolf that was chasing Ren kind of poutily just stomp past you without looking down at you. You see Ren following behind him.
She's kind of just, like, trotting along.
Yeah.
And then, like, she stops and she sees Laffy, and she's like, oh, hey, she can get us back.
Yeah, where's Lanky? Hey.
As you whistle, the lanky one kind of pops out from the woods and
Oh my god.
and just trots over to you guys, and his tail's wagging, and then it seems like he catches himself,
Oh my god.
and then just straightens up and, fine, you won.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Laffy goes to high five Ren.
Ren high five Laffy.
It's a sick high five.
It takes about, I don't know, 5-6 minutes before you guys get back to where the group is. And the two werewolves are pouting and head off to the other group, and we can't catch them.
Mist floats back down. Like, I imagine you gave them a good run and get lost in the woods over there.
Yeah, actually.
Luffy looks at the big guy and she's like, "Where's Jack O'Donovan?" with no ceremony or like anything.
Jack? He just points down the road. You go that way, you'll find him.
Alright, thanks.
Ren looks at
Point
the werewolf
Ren
and she's
comes
like, she's just like, don't feel too bad. We've had practice at this.
And you hear them muttering amongst themselves, like, well, if we can't catch people like that, we can't catch anyone. And overall, they just seem really demoralized.
Ren feels kind of bad. She's like, look, I mean, you guys could try to track animals. They're a little easier than people, and probably taste better too.
Oh, we never thought about that.
A mist opens her mouth and closes it.
Ren says, start with, like, venison. Deers. Deers taste real good. And then move on to rabbits, because they're smaller and faster, and you'll have a harder time.
Thanks, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay. They go back to, like, excitedly talking amongst themselves now.
Mist says with telepathy, how did they never think of that?
Ren is walking away with, like, this, like, oh my god, look on her face.
The two of you have fun playing with the dog.
Yeah, actually.
It was a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
And it ended happily. They're no longer going to chase people. They're gonna, chase animals.
We did a good deed.
It is a good deed.
Alright,
I can't
you guys.
believe the result of that.
Yeah, you guys walk down the road for a bit, chatting. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Just you guys are walking as you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you come upon a giant pumpkin. Like, when I say giant, I mean, like, it takes up the entire, like, field of view in front of you. It's easily, like, at least, like, 20 stories tall. It is huge.
Luffy waves with both of her arms. Jack!
No response. But there is,
He's in
like...
the pumpkin.
Yeah, it is, like, there's a hole leading into the pumpkin.
Oh, that would win the county fair, I'm pretty sure.
What? They have fairs for these things.
Yeah, like, grow your vegetables as big as a house kind of fairs.
Oh, that's weird.
It's a human thing.
Yeah.
Sounds boring.
Nania coughs.
Okay. You guys head on into the pumpkin?
We
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
you walk in, and you walk through one of the, like, a very similar kind of dark, goopy, reddish-tinged tunnel. And this time... Actually, I messed up again, but whatever. We'll deal with that as we come to it. Yeah, see, I messed up
It
again.
is.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I did everything but this.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, it's just gonna take like 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys liking the Halloween
Why is
special?
Brian huge? Oh, there we
Because
go.
he always is. Like, whenever I
Huge.
drag him onto the board, he's big. He's a big boy.
Wait. We
I
can...
can't see shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this is
know.
all black.
I know. I
It's
haven't
black.
given
No,
you guys
Ma-
light yet.
Max, fix it, Max. Right now.
Oh my god.
Laffy should be able to see though.
I can see
Yeah.
just fine.
Bran, you're a half elf.
Suck it, losers.
Brand's half.
Wow.
Ren has dark vision on.
Okay. Nenny, unfortunately, you're just completely blind here.
She'll take somebody's sleeve.
Okay.
She takes someone's sleeves, but she doesn't know who it is.
Yep, that's fine.
Comedic
Ren.
effect, it'll be Ren.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Ren, you and Bran should be able to see now.
Yep. Oh.
Mist,
You
you should
sure
be able
can.
to see now.
Yeah. What the heck, man?
Nenny, I'll give you a little bit. Oh wow, my music didn't switch either.
I was gonna say, is there music that I think there should be music?
Yeah.
The kind, yeah. Yeah!
You guys come out into what looks like a ballroom almost, and you see just a lot of what looks like ghostly figures just swaying to this music that you can vaguely hear. What are you doing?
Guys, I don't know how to do this dance.
Where's the door?
What now? I don't see anything.
Oh,
Red. Ren, like, loops Nenia's arm through hers, and is like, it's a wolf stare with ghosts.
Nania registers where her arm is and just
quietly freaks
like
out.
not in complete pitch black.
Brad, make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Okay. You're just looking for a door, and you see that over here is, like, particularly dark. As in, like, there's probably a hole or a door.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well-
louder than I thought it would be.
I'm willing to bet the exit's over there, but chances are if we start walking in that direction, something's going to happen. So,
Yeah, let's see. And then Luffy starts walking.
Or we could.
Okay.
Ren starts leading Nenia along after.
Well, as you move, you see that the ghosts are starting to sway along with the music. Sorry, that you can barely hear. And they come awfully close to you guys. And it feels really cold as they come close. And one touches you, Laffy. And you take
Oh,
24 points of cold damage.
damn.
Luffy is like, oh, bad. Oh, not good. Okay, be careful.
Do we not want to go through all these things?
Ren starts looking for a way through.
Just don't touch them.
Okay. Ren, make a perception check.
Sure.
I can always make a portal if we need it.
Hey.
Ren, you're like, you see that these things are pretty consistently shifting. That's all you can really tell.
You want me to make a
Ren,
portal for us?
I mean, that would be the unfun way to do it. And Ren, like, for lack of a better word, she twirls Nenia around and starts dancing.
Oh my god.
Like, waltz dancing. She's gonna track the beat.
Okay.
Okay, Nania.
You can move, but you will be moving at half speed, so choose your direction.
Alright, Ren is gonna, I'm gonna, she's gonna go that way. She's gonna, like, up. And then
Okay.
she's gonna...
You can only move half your movement before stopping right now.
1, 2...
Alright, Nenia, swing along with her. And I need both of you to make athletics checks. Listen, I could ask for performance, but you're not performing for anybody, so...
Athletics. Okay. She can dance.
Yeah, Nenia, weirdly enough, like, Ren starts swinging you, and instinctually, you start dancing, and you feel Ren start to stumble, and despite the fact that you can't really see, you pick Ren back up, and you waltz around with her a little bit.
Okay. Matching the yeah.
Okay, who wants to go next?
Luffy has Longstrider on.
Yeah?
So she's just gonna fucking sprint.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to make... make a stealth roll.
Okay. 28.
Okay, you can only move half movement here, because you're stealthing, but, if you were
What?
going
She
to...
wasn't
If
gonna
you were
try to
going...
stealth?
If you were going to sprint through them all, they are consistently shifting, so you get the sense that you would have run into them. So you try to move a bit quieter and safer.
Oh, well, okay. She can only move half movement.
Yeah, but you still have Longstrider, so...
Yeah, but like, how much is my movement
40.
normally?
Your movement normally is 30 if you're half, 60 at normal. Longstrider adds what, 10 or 20?
10.
10.
So you get 35.
35, yeah.
Frick.
Is there a ceiling?
Yeah.
Alright. Is there
and
anything on the ceiling?
You see... Well, make a perception check.
Alright. Here we go. Oops, it was 20.
Okay.
Sorry, forgot
You
to
look
turn
up,
off.
and it is a high-ceilinged room with, like, intricate carvings in the beams, and you do see this dimly lit chandelier.
But there are beams. Are
Yes.
they going... Which way are they going?
All kind
Like
of going up
vertical?
towards the middle.
Okay. Mist is like... She kind of looks over them, like the only one that she could have conceivably brought with her would be Laffy, and Laffy's already running, so Mist just floats up to the ceiling. And she's gonna, like, try to pull herself along the beams.
Okay, make a dexterity check.
Boy. Oh my god!
You float up, and you bonk your head.
Bump.
Yeah.
She's like, oh shit.
And you scramble to try and grab one of the beams, but you just kind of brush your fingers against it and push yourself away from it a bit.
It's like, well, alright.
You're just kind of floating.
Yup.
Bran, what are you doing?
Well, Bren's been he's been watching the ghosts and how clearly can he hear the music?
Make a perception check for that.
Okay.
You can hear it enough to make out the rhythm of it.
Okay, well, there's these ghosts and they're dancing and there's music playing. So Bran's like, hey, wait a second, I'm a bard. I know what I should do here. And Bran pulls out his lute
Okay.
and he's going to start playing along with the rhythm while he walks across the room.
Okay, make a performance check.
Okay, what exactly is my performance again?
Okay. You do just that, and the ghosts around you start moving in a bit more predictable pattern. They're still moving, and you still have to be cautious while you're walking. So once again, you're moving half speed here.
So it'd just be 3 spaces?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you get to move forward. Ren and Nenia.
Well, now that Bran's making the music obvious, I keep going.
Okay.
She looks at Nettie and she's like, "Hey, you're pretty good, blind."
She, she's just gonna apologize. And I do need you to leave, though.
I mean, that's what I'm used to.
Laffy says from over her shoulder, no?
Bran says, out the corner of her mouth. Another athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics.
God damn. Okay.
From you and Nenia. Alright.
Oh, no.
This time, Ren, you do take the lead on this one. You get to move half your movement again. Both of you. And Nenia, you stumble a little bit. The wood's a little uneven. Ren speaking to you flustered you.
The new ship, Renia.
But yeah, you guys, you move and you dance along. Alright, Laffy.
Just gonna go, man. Just gonna go.
Okay.
35, right?
How are you going to move carefully?
She's just gonna weave in and out of ghosts. There's no grace. She's not paying attention to the music. She's just going.
Okay. Make another stealth check then. I'm just using that for careful movement.
22.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to duck and weave in between these dancing ghosts. And yeah, you see a doorway in front of you.
Found it.
Alright, Mist.
Mist is gonna Misty Step to the beam.
Make an Arcana check.
Boy, okay. 26.
You do. It's a little more difficult than normal, though. You're just like, and then you do it.
Yeah, and now she's gonna.
You get to move your full
Try to-
movement since you're not real.
Since you're not real. Okay, so that's how long? That's
60.
just 30. Oh, really? Okay.
Oh yeah, no,
she's-
30.
Yeah. I mean, I'm putting her here because technically she'd be above Bran, but I don't want to put her on top of Bran, so.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. You turn into mist and then reappear. Ha ha ha.
Oh wait, that's 30 feet, and then can she pull herself along the thing?
If you make another dex check, you sure can.
Oh boy. Okay. Again.
You try, and you reach out, and you just hit your head again. And this time it sends you spiraling for a moment.
It's just what the fuck? She looks at her tentacle arm as though she thinks it might be sabotaging her somehow.
She's beauty, she's grace.
She's hitting her face on the fucking ceiling is what she's doing.
Yeah.
Bran, you gonna continue looting your way through? Alright, performance check.
Oh.
Alright, yeah, you continue to strum along with the rhythm, and you get to move half your speed.
Alright, well, that's half his speed.
Alright, back around to Laffy.
She's gonna take, like, those 3 steps forward.
Okay, yeah, you step forward, and yeah, it's less of a doorway and more of another pumpkin tunnel. But yeah, it's there.
While she's standing there, she's gonna cast Cure Wounds on herself.
Okay.
And I'll just figure out what the fuck to roll on my own time.
Okay. Renia,
Yes.
what are you guys doing?
Ren's gonna keep going. She's gonna keep going.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
Ren
no.
trips over Nenia.
Yeah, you guys are dancing along, and then your feet catch, and you guys stumble. Ren, you stumble back into the ghost couple behind you, and Nenia,
Oh, no.
you stop like a few inches short. Ren, you take 20 points of cold damage.
Oh, bad touch.
Yeah, and you're just like, ugh! Nenia, you feel this just cold blast, but you don't get any of it.
I'm so sorry I tripped you. And she's gonna try to help her up.
Okay, make a strength check.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh no!
oh no, sweet baby. Nenia, you try to help, and just helping, you're so flustered, you're so upset, and Ren's not heavy, but, you know, you're kind of a weenie. So you tug, and you pull yourself forward, and then you take.
Oh no.
No.
Uh, 19 points of cold damage.
Jeez.
Good lord, okay.
And the ghost couple is moving away from you now. But yeah, you had a ghost on top of you for a hot minute there. Or a cold minute.
I'm
Yeah.
happy you went for that so I didn't have to.
I got you, buddy. Okay. Brian, you doing what you doing?
hmm
Okay.
He does kind of like look back at Ren and Nenia and just kind of gives them this look like, the fuck are you doing?
All right. You miss the rhythm for a second, and there's this like awful discordant noise against the music, but you recover, and you get to move half your speed again away from the poor ship.
Yeah, they can just have their fun over there.
Missed.
You know, Mist is gonna try to get the beam again, but if she can't do it, she's just gonna do something else.
Okay, Dex.
Here we go. Where is it? There it is.
Bonk.
Oh my god.
She's just like,
You jam your fingers this time.
Oh,
ah, hells. You know what? I could have fixed this a lot easier from the beginning. And she she just fucking she uses her cloak. Dimension doors. Poof.
Okay.
Over to her
Yeah,
left.
that just works.
Yeah, she's like.
All right, you
I could have
just
done this from the start, but
Yeah,
you know,
Laffy looks at Mist and she's like, why didn't you just do that from the beginning?
I could have, but Ren was like, "That's not the fun way to do it." So I tried something else. Didn't work.
You should have just walked.
I don't. I mean, I could have, but I don't trust myself to not run into all of those.
You know, Laffy just pats Mist.
Ren and Nenia.
Alright, Ren's gonna, Nania can't see shit still, can she?
No.
Alright, Ren's gonna drop the dancing and just kind of like real careful. And
Alright.
like lead Nania along.
All right, stealth. At disadvantage.
Okay, fair.
No, no.
She gets 11 either way.
No.
27.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get to move half movement. Nenia, make a dex to hold on to Ren as she tries to move carefully.
Oh, right.
Not a save, just a normal check. Okay. You keep your grip on her. You almost lose her like once, but you catch her. Bran, do your thing.
Okay.
Play that funky music, Bard Boy.
Okay. Yeah, you do it, and you manage to cross the rest of the distance over to Laffy and Mist.
Yay. He's gonna keep playing though.
Okay.
He feels like he probably should.
It's nice music, right? Yeah, it's good music. I'm proud of it. All right. Ren and Nenia.
Yeah, just gonna keep going.
All right. Do 2 in a row for me.
Still at an advantage.
Yes.
So, well, no matter what, she gets 10. So.
Okay. And then do it again. God, I hate you.
Well, yeah, rogue is all about.
All right, Nenia, 2 decks. Okay. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the first one, Ren moves her full movement here, actually, because you just did 2.
Okay.
And it gets you towards the exit. Ren, you do this without much issue. You're a little upset that you couldn't keep dancing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nenia, you manage to hold on for a good portion of it, and then at the end you stumble a little bit and almost fall, but catch yourself. And you guys are all at the exit now.
More apologies ensue.
This is too fancy. Let's go.
Ren pats her head and casts dark vision on her now.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Nadia blinks a few times.
Once she can see, Ren like flashes her the shit-eating.
Oh.
Nadia just so flustered and looks back to see what I just went through, and oh my god, Ghost, and just she's so flustered and speechless and just doesn't know what to do. You were dancing with Ren, that was something.
Whew. Okay, so you guys head into another pumpkin tunnel.
Alright.
And we're gonna take a quick break. Like a 5-minute
we
break. Huh?
We better get the Pumpkin King song. That better be like here.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in a minute, Internet.
Ninternet.
Internet.
Internet.
Hi, Internet, we're back.
Hey.
Just needed a little pizza break. Coffee, pizza... Coffee, I don't know. Yeah, shut up. Okay, so you guys head down the pumpkin tunnel again. And it's starting to get really warm as you go. And that reddish-orange light is turning orange, bright orange, and hotter, until you emerge in a fiery,
Hell. Jeez.
awful-looking place.
Ren just silently looks at the others and is like,
Yeah.
And down below, you're up on a cliff, and you look around all around you, and you see, like, it's just jagged rocks and just this wicked atmosphere that's somewhat oppressive. And you look down, and you see devils of all shapes and sizes, kind of bouncing around a little bit, and they're just milling around, and you see a group of them huddled together, excitedly murmuring something at each other, and you can't make out what they're saying, but they're definitely really animated about it. And these are unlike the ones that you've seen in the past. They're kind of red-skinned, kind of about, like, a little less than Laffy's height, with these, like, long tails wrapped around them.
Miss looks at Laffy.
Coffee looks at Miss and she's like, what? What?
Nothing.
Excuse me?
No, just... You know, these don't actually look like any of the ones that we've seen before, do they?
Not really.
A lot less large and, with crab claws.
Mist is gonna look around like... Does the area look like what the picture looks like? Like,
Yeah, basically.
is there just this bright-ass thing? Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna use Elder Sight, and she's gonna try to see, like, if there's any magic or anything. I mean, she's kind of doubtful after all this shit.
Yeah,
you know?
there's nothing in the way of magic, really.
All
I mean,
right,
there is, but nothing unusual.
So all these things look like they're scheming. Are any of them going up, like, the path, or any of them going towards
There are
the
some
light, or
walking.
away from it?
There are some walking up towards that light. None are walking away. And the ones that are like scheming are down at the base of the like archway. Not heading up yet, but nearby it.
So, you think we should avoid them? Or should we just go on the path?
Ren's gonna start walking on the path.
Oh, let's just go.
Yeah, Miss follows.
Yeah, Nania follows.
I'm putting Nenia through the fucking ringer tonight. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Again, just like, oh my god, you've seen this before? Like, her only frame of reference is kind of Aurelian?
I didn't even think about that. Damn, poor girl.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, you guys start heading down, and you walk down until you're somewhat closer to the devils. And you see that they're almost comical looking, if
God.
they weren't devils. And one of them turns to look at you, and you see it has like this long hooked nose and fangs that it never really closes its mouth fully, and its two eyes are just burning orange, and it looks at you and, what do you want? Mortals.
Where's
Look
Jack O'Donovan?
Who?
She said,
You're useless to me.
Well, that's fine with me. But, I'm sure I could find out if you gave me something. And the other ones turn to look at you guys, and They all look very similar in the looking at the whole group.
Miss squints a little bit.
What?
Ren looks at Laffy and she's like, Bada, do we want to take a
No,
chance?
you greedy little shits. What do you want? Like a. What? Luffy goes into her pockets and she pulls
No.
out like half a granola bar.
I had a saying once about not making a deal with the devil.
Soul. Give me a soul, and I will tell you where to find this Jack O'Donovan.
Luffy takes her 2 fingers and she like pushes them into the devil's forehead and just keeps walking.
And it just falls back and hits the ground with a... Fine, we will just continue to plot to take those children's souls. And they all kind of laugh and huddle back up away from you guys.
That is so obvious.
Ren stops.
Yeah,
No.
Bran starts
Yeah.
like walking past them with Luffy, and then he hears them say, "Take children's souls."
Yeah.
And he immediately, without stopping, just does a complete 180 and starts walking back towards them.
Yeah.
Ren walks on one of Bran's sides to like make him seem more imposing by having like a backup.
So are
This
the
kinda
demons
turned
just kind of
around.
like huddled in like a circle, or like what are?
The devils are... Yeah, they're just huddled around. They're not looking at you guys anymore.
Bran
But you
just
hear
walks
them
up-
like, the children's souls, the children, they're so tasty.
Bran
we're
just
so
walks
lucky.
up and just kind of like he like throws an arm around a demon like on each side. It's like, so what was this about children's souls?
We have access to children's souls for the first time in so very
Oh,
long. And we're going
that's-
to take them. We're going
that's
to give them
exciting.
little deals and make them give us their souls, because we've not had delicious children's souls in such a long time.
Not in a long time. Well, how did you come about, being able to get children's souls?
Ah. The great king's portal opened. It visited us for the first time in quite some while.
The Great King, who's that?
Oh, we don't know his name. He is just the great king. He comes to visit, and the portal opens. And sometimes the White Walkers come out, but not this time. We can only go in. They cannot come out.
Aha, and where's this Great King? You've seen him recently.
Oh, yes. And they point up the path that way.
Bren like pats the one that's talking to him on the shoulder. Good to know. Bren walks back towards the bar. We need to close these portals.
I thought that would
Yeah.
be possible if we found Jack O'Donovan.
They said something about a great king opening portals, and everyone else we've met has mentioned, Jack being the one to open portals, so I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together here.
Yeah, so don't we have to find Mr. O'Donovan? I don't care. Let's close
go.
the portals.
Let's go visit the king / Jack, or whatever the hell anyone wants to call him. I don't really care. Let's go.
I've got one.
Got
Miss-
what? Luffy turns.
Yeah.
I've got one. And you see that the little devil's holding a piece of paper above its head and dancing around a little bit.
I mean-
Ren just casually walks over and picks it up by the scruff like you would a cat. And then with his
Put me
other
down!
hand, like,
Put me
he,
down.
like, takes the paper
No, give me that back.
and looks at the paper.
Make an investigation check. Okay. It is long and full of legalese, but at the end of the day, it is a contract for a children's soul, or child's soul in exchange for a wish.
Did it just like... I mean, Mist was kind of vaguely staring at them. Did that just appear in one's hands?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
What is Ren going to do with this contract now?
yeah.
Like
Give
she
me that.
reads it,
Give me that.
and she's like holding the demon back by like its forehead.
Yeah,
its
it's
arm,
flailing like.
and then while she's reading it, that's a lot of legalese for such a small brain.
How do they get someone to sign it?
Does it look like it's signed in like blood?
No, it's just signed in like a really childish scrawl.
Luffy's gonna look around. Are there portals?
No. Not that you
Huh.
can
Yeah,
see.
Mist...
How did you get this? If you're here and the child isn't.
Came from the mortal realm. It's how it works.
No,
We-
explain it.
We leave an offer waiting, and the child takes the offer, and then, the contract is signed when they are told the terms. We speak in the heads of the children. We tempt.
Mist says
Luffy's
with
gonna
telepathy,
slap him.
should we beat him up?
Luffy's already slapping him.
I was going to just, let them be and hopefully close the portal before they stole any children's souls, but that doesn't
Yeah,
seem to
you
be the
know
case anymore.
We're getting distracted. Let's go find Jacko Donovan and get him.
I mean, I have it sold now.
No!
And Ren
That's not how it. No!
It's like she waggles the paper a little bit.
It jumps up. And Laffy, make an investigation check for me real quick.
Okay, let me just figure out what I'm rolling. 18.
For a more vivid description, Laffy, you give this another look, and just to describe it to you guys out of character, it looks like one of those like Halloween cartoon devils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay. Yeah. And Laffy, you take note that it is incredibly unimposing.
Luffy sighs and she's like, What are we doing? I feel like we're getting sidetracked.
Give
Are we
me-
gonna kill
Give me the
them
soul!
all, or...
Give me!
Maybe we should just punt them off the path.
No!
Luffy tries to punt him off the path.
Make a melee attack.
19.
You walk over to one and just kick it, and it goes flying off. Just,
How many of them are there?
There's 6.
Bran just
Luffy's gonna
watches
go
that thing go flying, holds his hand up over his brow.
Yeah,
He just watches it
you,
go.
You watch, and it falls down a cliff, bounces against some rocks, and it's not like it's squeaking. It's just like ow, and eventually it just disappears into a fiery chasm below.
Bran turns back to the other ones. He's like, "So anyone else want to, make a grab for that soul?"
Mist just says telepathy, kick all of them.
Luffy goes to take the soul from the other one.
Ren has it.
Yeah, Ren's
Oh, there's only one then?
Yeah, there's
Okay,
only one.
She's gonna push another thing off the cliff.
Okay, make a melee attack.
Oh my
16.
god.
Okay, yeah, you just walk over and just casually shove it off the cliff. Just, no.
There's like 4 left, right?
Yeah.
Alright, she's gonna shove another one off the cliff.
Okay.
21.
Okay. Laffy, you just kind of walk up to another one stone-faced and just...
Mist is cracking up, covering her
And
face.
they're all just kind of hopping from foot to foot, worriedly like, no, please stop,
Why? Why? Give me a reason.
because I don't want to fall off the cliff.
Appeal to me for your life.
I mean, I'm not gonna die. It's gonna be
Luffy
really...
pushes him off the cliff.
Yeah. Okay. It's just gonna be really.
Fluffy's gonna go
dreams.
push the other two off the cliff.
Oh my god.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Brand's
Just
been watching.
they don't even try to defend themselves. They just look at you horrified while you walk up to them, and with little emotion just push, and they go flying off.
I have fucking tears in my eyes. Oh my god.
And the last one just goes flying off, and I'm going to get you for this.
Ren examines the piece of paper a little more closely. Like she's trying to gauge whether or not there's any real power in it.
Make an Arcana check. No,
Yeah,
make a
Miss-
religion check.
Miss
Okay.
goes over to Laffy and just gives her it's like, that was fucking amazing.
Laffy hugs Miss. Laffy, by the way, is stone-faced.
Brand just looks at her. So do you feel better?
No.
I do.
Ren, you're reading the contract, and you're combining that with your kind of, it's still limited knowledge, but you have a better understanding of them than you did when you didn't know they existed. And you're starting to notice that there are like spelling errors in the contract. And you're pretty sure that these normally would have some power, but this one doesn't.
Right, Ren just kind of goes, and she like confettis them where the rest have been punted off the cliff.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh, well, let's continue.
Jack.
Yeah,
go.
now we can go.
Yeah. We have what we came here to do.
Wow. That was not how you guys were supposed to go about that, but wow.
I mean, everyone else is gonna ignore
Well, I
them,
mean-
and Miss is like, we can't just ignore them. We
We
have
always-
to push them off the cliff.
We always have to exceed your expectations, Mac.
God knows you do. Okay. Well, you guys
No
walk
one
up the
else was
path.
doing anything with them.
You
I mean,
Okay.
okay?
I'm done.
So you guys walk up the path, just not talking about what just happened. Nenia, how do you feel about that?
She had a hand to her mouth the entire time, just staring at this.
Brand's talking about. That was pretty funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Miss.
I liked when they did the bouncy thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
listen, if they were actually planning to do something like that, we'd have to deal with them.
Oh,
I mean, it's not like we killed them. They seemed alright.
yeah, no.
Maybe a bit
No.
sore.
They specifically told me they wouldn't die.
It's just
Uh-huh.
an inconvenience.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would like it if being pushed off a cliff was just an inconvenience.
I know. You know, she's like confused if they're like trying to excuse their behavior. Like,
No,
what are you doing? Like,
like, Miss is trying to excuse her behavior. She thinks it's great.
Yeah, no,
She
Brand's
feels
not trying to
better now.
excuse their behavior at all. He thought it was
Obviously.
funny.
That was cathartic as hell.
They're devils.
Right?
Brand doesn't give a shit.
that's.
Devils aren't people.
Factually.
know how to feel about it.
Okay, so yeah, you find like in the middle of the pathway is one of those pumpkin holes. And you just head on in.
Yeah.
And you walk down this one for a little bit, and eventually you see like, I don't know, like the night sky, I guess is the best way to describe it ahead of you. And then as you approach the edge of it, you see a mass of vines and bark and a large orange head.
Oh.
And this thing's massive. Like, it takes up your entire view. There's nothing else to see as you step out. And you're actually standing on a ledge where it's just looming over an abyss of nothingness. Um, and it looks almost exactly like this, the picture you're seeing. And it doesn't seem to notice you.
Luffy looks at the others and she's like, I'm gonna yell at him. You
Rand
guys...
clears his throat loudly.
Okay, you can do it.
Nothing.
Luffy. just
Okay,
look at
Luffy,
him.
go ahead.
Hey! Jack!
The big jack-o'-lantern swivels around, and you see burning, like, greenish-orange light bursting forth from its jagged smile and slits for eyes, and the mouth moves, and what?
Are you done?
Done what?
Your skeleton friend told us you were pouting.
I'm not pouting. I'm legitimately upset.
Why are you upset?
Why is this music not looping? Sorry.
He's having a good think.
Yeah. What the hell?
What?
My music isn't looping. And I want it to loop because it's nice fucking music. Well, okay, while I'm waiting to see how that's fixed, yeah, he had a nice long think about it, and then, because nobody cares.
About.
My feelings. I want to join in the fun sometimes, but they just call me Jacko. That's not even my name. What's the point if nobody knows my name?
You Jack O'Donovan.
Oh, so they're finally telling people my name. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I never get to be a part of the festivities.
Why not?
They never seek to include me. It's very upsetting.
Seems kind of strange, isn't this whole holiday business, yours?
I am simply the vessel for it, or that is what they think, and they treat me like a vessel.
Well, have you ever tried to get involved?
What do you mean?
Like, go and ask them if you can join.
They do not hear my words.
Miss tilts her head.
All I want is to be included. I am the Pumpkin King, but nobody seems to know me.
Well, we know you, but we don't know much about this whole Halloween thing, so maybe you could show us and we can do the Halloween thing?
What plane are you from?
And,
I mean, I'm from Sigil.
I've not been to Sigil in some time, but Anda, I've never heard of this plane. Are you saying they would know me if I showed up?
I have a question. Where did Mist read about this?
In like a Sigil library.
Okay. It's like, well, I don't know if they would in Ondar, but here's the thing. People learn. They can learn about you. If you're fresh in their minds, they'll certainly remember.
That would be nice to be known.
I mean, if you show up in Sigil again, I mean, that's a hub for a lot of planes.
It is not possible for me to go through a hub. I travel the astral sea on my own.
Huh.
Well then, you can come to Unda.
One of those giant, like, branch-like hands extends towards you guys. Will you give me the knowledge of this Anda?
Buffy turned to look at the others.
Bran just shrugs.
Sure.
Why not?
Just, should we let them know in advance?
Nah.
Bran looks at the giant fucking pumpkin monster and then looks over at Ren.
Ren
like-
looks at Bran and she's like, the Halloween spirit seems to be frightening.
Suppose that's true.
Why ruin the surprise?
I suppose. Just hope no one, hurts him. He's not trying to hurt anyone.
I do not wish to bring pain. I only bring remembrance and joy.
It'll be fine.
You know what? You're a big guy. I believe in you.
And he reaches out and one of his little fingers, not little, one of his big fingers. Give me the knowledge, please.
How do you want that?
It just reaches over and hovers in front of your face. May I touch you?
Sure.
The finger pokes you in the forehead, very gingerly. And you feel this weird, sucking sensation briefly. And then, yes. Thank you. I have one request of you, though.
What?
Will you include me right now?
Sure.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't see why
That
not.
was the offer.
I wish to be pranked, as they say.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
Oh. You're kind of putting us on the spot there.
Laffy raises her hand and she's like, yeah, right, give me 5.
Very well. Shall I look away?
No, you hit my hand with your hand. That's how you give me 5.
Oh.
Bran gets a very good distance away from Luffy.
Yeah,
Given the size
Yeah,
of the
okay.
they all move away, I'm sure.
This
Yeah.
giant hand winds back, and it takes 30 seconds to reach back all the way. And then it
Laffy
starts
is gonna
swinging
roll out
forward.
of the way.
Okay, it starts swinging forward, and make an acrobatics check.
27.
Okay, yeah, you duck and roll under the hand as it swings over you.
She points at him and she's like, ha, psych, too slow.
That wasn't any fun.
Alright, fine, someone else try.
You like riddles?
No.
Bran's gonna cast Bran casts major image on him, and there's just fucking spiders all over him.
Ah, no.
Snaps his fingers and they all disappear.
Huh.
Pranked.
That was appropriate.
Mr. cracks up.
And you hear this deep rumbling noises. I enjoyed that. Thank you, mortal.
Sure. Illusion magic's pretty useful for pranks. Just a heads up if you ever want to do any pranking yourself.
I will remember this. Now then, I will come visit this Anda. Thank you.
Yeah.
Be sure to tell them we said hello.
I will.
Also, we'd like to go back there too.
Of course. He extends one of those branch hands and climb into my palm. I will send you home.
Will
Laffy
you
is
open
so
the portals for the others to go and celebrate too? They said that they can only stay, but they cannot leave.
Now that I have been promised to be a part of these things, I will let my friends go and spread the joy of my holiday.
Thank you.
Now step into my hand.
Fluffy's already innocent.
Well, let's go.
Miss
Ren
Those
gets
up.
on in.
It holds a hand out for Nenia.
Thank
Who's
you.
probably just like, oh god.
Pretty much, but thank you. And she'll take Miss' hand to help herself up.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to see if this is gonna work. By request. There we go. There you go. So you guys step into his hand and everything goes dark. And then you all open your eyes and you're back in your individual beds.
Jesus.
But your pockets are a little bit heavier.
Oh my god.
Is it candy?
Give me 1 second. I want you all to look in your Roll20 inventories.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Feel free to open it and see what it does.
Oh my god.
A piece of candy corn of mysterious origin. Using a basic melee or ranged attack, you may force this candy corn into an opponent's mouth. The opponent takes 1d4 psychic damage and has disadvantage on all attack rolls until the end of its turn. You may only have one piece of candy corn on your person at any one time. The universe does not accept that candy corn can exist in two places at once.
Oh wow.
Laffy, you stir in Saint's nearby, just kind of looking at you.
Fluffy
Yeah.
pets Saint's head like, hey, buddy.
Are
But
Miss
I'm
and
gonna
Laffy in the
touch it.
same room?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Miss is like, that did happen, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Do you have this weird orange thing in your pocket too?
Miss looks.
Yeah, you've all got one.
Yeah. That's weird.
Ren just kind of lies in her bed.
Nanya too.
Bran wakes up and he sits up and he thinks about everything that just happened, and then he just goes back to sleep.
Okay. So the next day comes. You guys all head downstairs, kind of groggy. You all look at each other. You guys speak about what happened.
Ren drinks some coffee.
Bran also drinks some coffee
Fluffy drinks some
and
coffee.
starts gnawing at a huge strip of bacon.
Okay.
Miss looks very thoughtful.
So we're not ever going to talk about that, right?
Talk
No.
about what?
What?
So that the thing, yeah, okay.
We don't talk about.
Saint wanders over to the front door and starts barking at it.
Fluffy sighs, oh, and she gets up and she goes to the front door.
You open the front door and he trots out and starts sniffing around like he's gonna do his business. And you notice it's night outside. And he looks up and starts barking at the sky.
Fluffy looks up at the sky.
You see a bright orange star streak through the sky. And you hear, as if from a great distance, boo.
Oh my god!
Alright! Is anyone gonna do anything?
Miss
That's
is
right.
like, what is it laughing?
It's magic.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Miss makes the screechy sound.
I think it's your Halloween.
Ah.
Nanya just winces.
Alright. That's where we're gonna end the session for tonight.
Oh my god.
Happy Halloween, Internet!
Yeah,
Hey.
happy Halloween.
All right. See you sometime soon, internet. We're not sure. All
Yeah.
right. Bye, internet.
Bye.